Previously on Hella Dope Toys.
What is your first memory of action figures? We start our own toy show in Columbus with cocaine hookers. We won't need power. Okay. WendyCon 2026.
What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklaw, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are the co-owners of Hella Dope Toys, HellaDopeToys.com, and this show is Hella Dope. Aaron, how the hella are you doing?
I'm just paying the hella bills. Those got to get paid.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you picked a really good time to do that.
I know.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm not eating something
and
I'm doing something else.
Yeah, absolutely. You're watching sports ball or placing
I'm watching that too.
Bets on sports ball or throwing things or yelling at your wife. Yeah. These are things that you do. Exactly. How was your week?
Oh, not too bad, man. No. Started physical therapy and massage therapy for the old work injury. So, it's always fun and
sexy.
Yeah. Gets me all laid out and relaxed. And he's like, yeah, and I'm going to dig my elbow in this part of your body that really hurts. And you're going to like it. I'm like,
yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a man doing this?
Yep. A big, burly man.
Mm-hmm. Now, does it tense you up more? Because you're like, man, I hope I really don't enjoy this in the slightest.
Can I plead the fifth?
Sure. You're not part of the lightning round right now, so it's fine. You can pass on that.
Wonderful.
You can pass.
Correct.
What?
Carry on.
I had a weird night last night. My neighbors were having a 24-hour party. Like, they started at like midnight Friday and went all day Saturday. And my wife and I were walking home from date night, and they were out back, and I was like, you assholes, why didn't I get an invite? I don't even know these fuckers. I was just mad about it. I was like, why didn't I get an invite? They took me into their house. They got a fucking DJ booth set up in their fucking kitchen, fucking beer pong. This guy's just fucking scratching and dancing. They got lights blasting everywhere. These fuckers are 35, dude. I'm just like, I don't think I could do that. So I stayed and had a beer, and then I took my ass home and fell asleep on the couch.
Nice. No UFC, so you didn't have to worry about it.
Oh, I didn't even think to look.
It was.
It didn't even think.
It was okay. You're fine.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, Aaron, we actually have guests tonight. Guests. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them in if I can find them on this screen here. I'm not used to having so many people, Aaron. I can't find anybody to add them or remove them. But our guests tonight are the hosts of Modern Toyfare, including Mr. Modern Toyfare himself. This channel, Aaron, has nearly 11,000 subscribers, a number we can only dream of. And then, they do shows like Toyfareapy. They do their live stream only figs where they open up toys live on camera. Aaron, it's a great show. I love it. At this time, I would like to welcome Michael and Nate. Hello, Modern Toyfare friends. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I feel very special. That was a hell of an intro.
It was a hell of it. I felt important.
Right?
So important.
I never feel this important on my own show.
Nah, I gotta say, this is so much fancier than our show. Like, There was whole things at the beginning. There was the logos and there was hoodies, and I was like, shit. And now there's this thing or on whichever side. I don't know. It's way fancier than ours. Thank you for having us. It's way more comfortable here. I may not leave.
Well, I appreciate somebody appreciating it, you know? So, and it's a shame because we are missing two of your other co-hosts. Corey and Jamar cannot be here tonight because, Michael, I was going to have you do your intro and bring all of them in because I was just like, there's no other way to do it. But I was like, just doing it for Nate. It just seemed like, kind of like a waste. You know?
I mean, he is the man.
I am the face.
Notice beard
Yeah.
space. He is the man Modern Toyfare has full custody over. He is the man Optimus Prime popped and he refuses to stop. The Twilight Knight, the Master of Mac, the three-pump chump of taking the show off the rails. Nate.
Okay, that's me. I'm not mad that we did that.
There it is. There it is. Hold on. I forgot. We got to.
You got a soundboard, Nate. Shit.
I didn't.
I told you.
Well done.
Oh, man.
I'm seriously overestimating my self-worth.
Like I said,
I
it
do
is
have one
nice to be
question real quick.
appreciated.
A quick question. This is mostly for Aaron.
Yo,
Did it move?
did it move?
At least someone got the Seinfeld reference. There's an episode where
Wow.
George gets a massage from a man.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah,
also
we need a
still
little.
plead- Can I still plead the fifth?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Do the
That's for
whole
the-
Dave Chappelle thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for the Hello Group channel, not the Hello Dope channel.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That show
That's
only
Jamar's
goes
only
on
feeds.
after midnight.
After midnight is
After
when we
dark.
let it all hang out.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All the way out.
That's how it works. Well, Aaron,
Handsome.
it is
Can
an
we-
important time. Okay.
Can we hang dong here? Like, I'm sorry. I was getting those vibes, and then I'd like, instead of just doing it, I was like, I'm gonna check because
I don't think I've ever been asked that before.
This is why I don't let him stand up on stream.
Shit.
By all means, make yourself at home.
Yeah, it's just
All right, thank you.
That's a mistake
you.
in
Get
itself.
comfortable.
Thank you, my
do
brother. I
whatever you need
appreciate
to
that.
do, You know,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
we're good.
Fancy things. Well, Aaron, it is time for America's favorite segment, and that is where I ask you, sir, what you sipping on?
Well, it can't be a show with, especially with our esteemed guests, without sharing a delicious spiked cherry still reserve.
I love it. Love it. Gives me
cherry.
cherry slushy vibes. That's the move.
It is. It makes you think about fairs and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, the happier times
Exactly.
before work and life
From
and
work and then after
absurdity.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ted, it's unfair for me to ask you this question. I'm gonna start with our guests, gentlemen.
Okay.
What you sipping on down there?
Yeah, what you got down there?
I've got some water.
High quality H2O.
Listen,
Yeah.
allergies are kicking my ass right now, so I've got some water and a cough drop.
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
I also have some water. I had a packed weekend, and there was a lot of donuts that were consumed this weekend, and so my sugar levels are probably already at an elevated level. So I didn't really feel like that soda or alcohol would be particularly a great idea. So I went with the plain water, but I got it out of this. I got this fancy cup. It's like steel inside, so it's, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold.
Keeps it cool and fresh. I like that.
Mhm.
Jason Voorhees approved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is very. I mean, I feel like I let this down because I work in the beverage industry, and I just have water, so I feel bad.
No,
It's a rare
fine.
occasion.
I
that you
should
show up
I
and not
should
drink
have a
water.
cool beer. Yeah, I should have like a cool beer. Like I still have a cool beer glass like down here still, but there's nothing in it. So
So maybe we should put the water
Yeah.
in it and then just.
It's been down here a long time, so I don't want to drink anything out of it for a while. Yeah.
That's kind of how my mug is. It's been down here since I got it. I think the last thing that was in this mug, Ted, was the blue champagne.
No, you used the Mython mug when we were on Toyfareapy. Yeah, you used that mug. Huh. That's gross, dude. That bit was from like 2 years ago.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah. I hear
There's a
you.
whole civilization in there. You can't clean that now.
No, not without like. I mean, you can boil it. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be. It might not totally be clean, but it would be trustworthy from a germ standpoint. But I know where Aaron's coming from.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, now it has more value, right? Like you could auction it off because it's from like a historic show that 5 people watched.
Yes.
So, it's like memorabilia, like the one of one. You can't get Aaron's nasty blue champagne crust mug anywhere else.
Nope.
Anywhere else.
Just right here on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
But Ted, I guess the people should know. What is it that you are sipping on today?
Well, I think it's more important tonight, Aaron, of what I'm not sipping on. And you know what I'm not sipping on, Aaron? Fucking Saratoga. You know why? Because that asshole that I just sprayed on air last week has got everybody buying Saratoga. It is completely out. The price jumped up on Amazon. I used to be able to buy like 24 packs for like $20 now. Now I can only buy it in a 6-pack form for like $8. It is ridiculous, Aaron. So in my trusty hella dope mug, I am drinking some coffee because I was sleepy because I get up stupid early. Then I have some Diet Pepsi, and I also have some water, which I'm running low on, and I wish I had more of. The boys down here with their water making me all thirsty.
Yeah, Michael. But he gets to quench his thirst out of a mug with the show's logo on it. Just saying, I didn't get that in the mail yet.
Yeah? I'll remember that the next time you share a link to the show.
I shared a link to this show.
I know.
Yeah.
You should get one of their mugs.
I mean,
maybe I should. Maybe we need to talk about that custody.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I've got your other co-host from the other podcast. They only have one left over there. So good luck.
I was going to say, it's a good thing that there are backup co-hosts for the channel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lose my thumbnail, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw up a black screen and a title will be fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, Aaron, the chat has been patient. It is time to say hello to all the wonderful people watching us right now. Let's say hi to the chat. I need a song for that. Like, it's the chat. 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 Yeah. There we go. See, look, it's catching on already.
How can we be lovers if we can't chat online? You do something like that. A little dramatic.
A little
Backstreet Boys. But then
a little ballad.
I was going Michael Bolton, but I'm also older than everyone else. So, whatever.
I was thinking more Meatloaf.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Meatloaf. I can't do those pipes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think he can either.
No, not anymore.
No. All right, who we got in here today? We got our good friend Trusted Screamer. It be Sunday, hella dope and chill, the most romantic night of the week. Sorry, Ted, no picks this week, my friend.
It's a shame. I was starting to look forward to it. Like I get to peer in on their spousal hella dope sexy time, I was getting a picture every week, and I was like, okay, I started a new album, but it's fine. It's fine. Next week, it's fine.
Next week. Mr. Wonderful, how's it going? Good to see you. Miss Stacy, go ahead.
Hold on. Did you see Mr. Wonderful dropped that post about Hexastack?
Negative.
He said something coming sooner than we think. So I'm
believe it
excited
when I
about
see
that.
it.
Cool.
I'll believe it
Yeah.
when I see it. I'm still waiting for my package in the mail.
That's fair. That is fair.
Mr.
Aaron's all about his package tonight.
That's right. All up in y'all's face. All up in there.
All right, carry on. Sorry.
Miss Stacy Hatch. What's up? How's it going? We have the Titan, Hails of the Hell Dope Duo, and the chat.
In chat.
And we have Fatrid in the house.
Oh, Fatrid.
Action Figs. It's that time again. Hella Dope Day.
Hey, it's Hella Dope Day.
Yes, see, that needs
Full
to
of
be-
music today. I'm like those European
Drop
wrestling crowds.
They be coming with some bangers though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I bet you could get that chat song going in a crowd.
Probably.
Love that.
Robert's Infinite Realms. It's Hella Dope and Jelly Time. Cooter's Garage. Hello, how's it going? It's like saying the name now. I'm gonna put that. You can comment
Hooters
on that.
Garage. I like it.
Indeed. We have SCS Dog. Aloha. Got my super action stuff. Good stuff. Glad you got that. Hope
Hell
you
yeah.
enjoy it. Mine's still sitting over there somewhere.
Well, there's only one left in stock. So that's it. Once they're gone unless we buy more, I guess.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Ed says, was there a happy ending? That is also for the Hello Globe show after midnight, where we let it all hang out.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Our good friend Largo's Lair. Good to see you, sir. Welcome back to the YouTube land.
Yeah, I feel like we're always welcoming Largo back. I just need him to stick around more, you know? We miss you, Jim.
Well, I mean, if he stuck around, then we couldn't miss him and welcome him back.
That's true. That's true.
Heart grows fond.
But the heart wants what the heart wants, you know?
Indeed. Miss Stacy Hatch says, water to cough drop. You party animal.
This is a
down.
sexy show.
Yeah.
Ed says, yeah, that blue champagne was a long time. Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah. Ed was on that show. I don't
He was.
remember a lot about that show.
I don't either. And it's
I don't want
probably-
to rewatch it either.
I don't even know what episode it was, so we're good.
It was early teens, and boy, did we go. We went 3.5 hours and got drunk off of blue champagne and felt like ass the next day.
It sure did.
Probably,
So
I
chat
probably
needs
said
to find the
stupid stuff.
video so we can find out how long ago it truly
Mhm.
was since this mug has been used.
It's been a minute. I'll tell you that. It has been a minute. Cutthroat Comics. I see all of you. We see you, sir.
We do see you. We're actually watching you.
We're watching you,
Watching
watching us, watching you.
Mm-hmm.
The Titan says all this water drinking is bringing up too much tension. Break out the booze. I mean, you know, I'm always prepared, sir. Patrick says, you guys having a domestic little spousal
Yes.
spousal thing happening?
Weekly.
Mhm. We have a power struggles. It's an odd dynamic. There's a little bit of sexual tension in there as well, but I'm not saying from who.
It's Nate. We know it. It's the beard. The beard says it all.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't lie.
13th Prince. Good evening. How's you doing? Good to see you. Mr. Wonderful, the package you're getting, Aaron, is going to be one not even you can handle. Ooh. Don't make promises you can't keep there, sir.
Gonna make the masseuse jealous.
They're right. I'll bring it to the masseuse. Damn it. Apparently we skipped Matthew Matson's comment. I didn't see it. So Ted's doing all the stuff.
Hello, Matt.
Yeah, I did
I can't-
restart it.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Nate,
It has. Yes, it has.
Do you guys have history riding horses
Yeah, we
together,
met-
perhaps?
I I don't know
Sure,
that
let's-
we ever got to horses, but we did attend a JoeCon together down in Dallas. My first JoeCon, I believe it was like his one and only appearance. He kind of dipped in. We took him under our wing and we hung out that weekend, and then we flew away, and some of us came back, but unfortunately Matt never did.
You popped his
but
cherry
good to
and
see
left.
you. Yeah. Good times.
That's the chat, sir.
That's the chat. That's the chat. Sorry, Stacy. I'll stop that. I'll stop it.
No, you won't.
All right. So that means it is time for the lightning round. Gentlemen, I don't know if you're familiar with the lightning round. So how this works is, we got to get through all the boring, basic interview questions. The stuff everybody always asks you, like, how long have you been collecting? And what's your favorite thing or whatever? Or how long have you been
So
doing
like our
YouTube?
whole show.
No. And so we're going to get all that out of the way right now. In the lightning round, I normally ask 10 questions. I had 5 questions broken down for all of you, but one of you is not here. So we're just going to have 5 for both of you. It's a little bit shorter of a lightning round. But you have to answer these questions as quickly as possible before time runs out.
First thing that comes to mind. No thinking.
Yep.
Okay.
No
Blurt it out.
thinking aloud. And the clock starts now. Let's put time up on the clock right there. Bing. Clock has started. Michael, we're going to start with,
I can't hear him.
what's your first memory?
My first memory? Oh god,
That's
a
the question.
toy?
That's the question.
The weird castle thing that, like, what was it, like the people who make the slides and shit make Playmobil or something like that. They had like a big castle and came with all these people.
Correct. In the first few moments of hearing it, do you hope it's Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure?
Ice Ice Baby.
Correct. What color has the worst personality?
Orange.
Correct.
You're welcome.
Oh no, it didn't. It stopped playing. There we go.
Still loop it.
I'm still going. I know. I had to unloop it to do the thing earlier. Sorry, the clock is ticking, guys. Michael, ask me if I like Dr. Dre.
Do you like Dr. Dre?
Hell yeah. Correct. I think I had an extra question in there for you. So I'm just going to give you this bonus question here. What new figure have you hid from your spouse?
The new NECA Mirage Turtle Donatello.
Correct. All right. Nate, you're up.
Oh man, I don't get to answer the same questions.
No, sir. Not at all.
It's not like Family Feud.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Survey says.
You are both unique, special butterflies. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right, Nate. If you were in Star Wars, what color would your lightsaber be?
Pink.
Correct. You're on all of the modern Toyfare thumbnails. When you were a child, did you always know you were going to be a model?
Yes.
Correct. You're surrounded by a gang of midgets. How many can you take out before you are defeated?
I'm just gonna pass out some smoke, and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna party. No fighting. Violence is never the answer.
Correct. If you came across your twin that you didn't know you had, which one of you is the evil one?
We both are, but I would murder him because I'm a lot to handle and a lot to deal with, and there's no way that the world could handle two.
Correct. All right. What's a toy line you can't live without?
G.I. Joe.
Correct. There we go, everybody. That was the lightning round. You guys did great. You didn't run out of time. You got all the answers right. Incredible. Incredible.
I
So
feel
good.
engorged. I mean, like just yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was
That
good.
petered
You
out.
guys did.
Super
you guys did
Saiyan 1.
Right. So now we are actually going to ask really boring generic questions. So you guys have been doing the Modern Toyfare channel for a few years. For anybody on the off chance who hasn't heard of you or hasn't seen you before, what can you tell us about your channel? How did it start? Why did it
Oh,
start? How
God.
are there so many of you now?
Fucking might as well call me Batman. I keep getting orphans every year. So we started back
That
in
was a good one.
Thank you. I don't get that often.
Mm-hmm.
So
You don't
me
get
and
much
Jamar
often.
started the channel back in 2020.
Wow.
Previously, before that, we were on a podcast with some friends called Fanboy Fight Club. It fell apart. Me and him were talking about it. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and he really wanted to do like a video podcast. And I was like, well, let's do one then. And we started off with the Modern Toyfare news. And unfortunately, that space is pretty well dominated. So after a while, it wasn't working. However, almost immediately, Jamar had to go into parent mode and leave for a while, which is when Nate stepped in because he also used to have a podcast called Figuratively Speaking. So he filled in for Jamar for a while, and then when Jamar came back, we talked about it, and we was like, "You want to stay?" And he was like, "Yeah." And that turned into going from the news to changing it to a normal like podcast where we just kind of talked about stuff, and from there we decided to, if we wanted to grow the channel, we'd be more topical, so we'd choose a topic every week instead of just bullshitting. And then we started doing live streams. The channel also used to have like reviews, how to pose videos, top 10 lists, all sorts of stuff on it. It's shrunk down a little bit just 'cause I've gotten busier, but it is going to start having some of that stuff come back. We do toy hunts and stuff. And then Jamar had kid number 2. And that's when Corey filled in this time, because at that point we had 3 people, and we're like, well, we have to have 3 people. And when Jamar came back, people really liked Corey, so we're like, do you want to stay? And now there's 4 of us that I have to wrangle every week.
So, do you actively try to maintain the 4, or is there like a rotating schedule where, somebody does this week and somebody does the next week, or is the goal to always have 4 of you?
Goal's always to have 4, but it kind of makes it nice because then if someone has something going on, it's not the end of the world. Because used to when it was me and Jamar, if he had something going on, it was me sitting there in front of the camera talking about toys to myself for an hour. So it's nice to have the ability for some of us to be like, oh, I have a thing, and not show up, because there's at least almost always somebody there to sit with me.
Yeah. So we're a channel who has never blown up, right? We sit comfortably stagnant with our 1 new subscriber a month. What was the change that got you guys up to 10K? Because I mean, I know you've been going 5 years now, but it's still a very impressive number. Like, we've been going almost 3 and have nothing. So
it was hate on Hasbro.
Yeah,
Is
so
totally
it's a mix
what
of
it was.
Yeah, Nate, I'll let you tell them about that episode and how that went.
Yeah, all right. So this was when we did the podcast. It was all about plastic-free packaging, and this was before Corey was on there, but it was the 3 of us, and we kind of discussed the ins and the outs, the pros and the cons, and ultimately, we wondered if it was going to stop people from collecting, because the inbox collector, the resell part of it, we just didn't know what was in those boxes. So it's just that video, for whatever reason, just kind of blew up. I think it was just a combination of a lot of collectors kind of freaking out over that topic. I think that was a big one for us in this hobby. And I think that kind of dealt with a lot of people's frustrations. I think because we got a lot of positive feedback about that one too, because a lot of people were feeling the exact same way. And that video just blew up. We hit the algorithm lottery that week, and it got a lot of views and a lot of oddballs on it. And a lot of them stuck around. Not everybody, of course. but we got a nice lift from that. And then we tried to kind of keep going with that too. And we had some great successes too, but it was always kind of clickbaity stuff, which is not something we wanted the channel to be. So we just mostly kind of, we'll title stuff a certain way, but we try to present still all viewpoints and all opinions.
Like when we noticed that Randy had stopped showing up at the NECA event stuff for like Comic-Con, so like that. We did an episode, Where's Randy? And I put his face on a milk carton with Nate, like a shocked face. Just some dumb stuff like that to try to replicate it without, because the big thing was the thumbnail for that episode.
Oh yeah, that stuff too. My face.
The thumbnail for that episode was very much, did Hasbro make us quit collecting? So it was very clickbaity, and it was kind of a one-trick pony, and that got us through to monetization, because there was a long period of time for about a year where we were stuck at around 500 subscribers, and that blew us up to the point where we were up over 1,000. And then 2023 was the year I exhausted myself. I put 354 videos out that year, between shorts, normal videos, podcasts, everything. And that got us the rest of the way that video didn't, to getting to 10K. We hit 2024 and I was spent. I was like, I can't do that again. At least not unless this takes off and is my full-time job, because I also had a job on top of that. So it wasn't like that was the only thing I was doing. So it was a little bit of luck and a little bit of, really hard work. But I'm trying to find a nice middle ground to keep the growth going without me having to put out 300 plus videos a year.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to touch on, because it was about a year ago where you dropped that video where everybody kind of thought you were just done with the channel and everything, and you looked tired, you sounded tired, you expressed frustration. Like, what? I know you break it down in the video. I don't think everybody here has watched it. So can you kind of like talk about that video? You've already discussed what kind of got you there, but what have you done like since then?
So like you mentioned, I was tired. I was exhausted. I'd put a lot of work in, and while the work showed through the subscriber count, it still wasn't like the machine wasn't working with us. So like, it's still, no matter what we did, the videos wouldn't, hit like they did with that one that got lucky. So I just kind of got to a point, because I was doing things not necessarily I wanted to do. Like, I would review figures I didn't really give a shit about, just for the sake of, it needs a review and people will watch it, kind of thing. So there was a lot of stuff like that where I was just doing it more for the channel than for me, and I couldn't take it anymore. So that's when I made that video to basically announce like things are changing. And from there, I changed the way I collect, where I kind of try to just stick with things that I want. And I'll do like Let's Pose videos with them, and I'll do like the photography videos with them. But I'm not going to go and buy every little thing, because like the Let's Pose videos, I would always end it with like, if there's a figure you want me to pose, let me know in the comments, and like I'll try to hunt it down. And there were a handful that I would, but some of them they wanted like Mythic Legions and stuff. I'm like, oh, honey, I didn't got that kind of money. But when it was the Marvel Legends stuff, I'm like, okay, $25, here and there, and it's gonna get more views, so why not? But I've changed the way I do that to where like my collection's significantly smaller now, both just because of financial reasons and because like it's more focused on stuff I want versus what the channel needs. And I am working on ways to try to incorporate that to get to a point where the channel is in a healthy spot where I'm enjoying what I'm doing and it also is growing. And we've got some new ideas that we're working on that will hopefully be coming at the end of the year. That I still have to figure out logistics for.
And I just want to point out too, as well, that Michael did all this work, and he had 3 other people on the team that didn't do dick. I mean, the absolute minimum of being on a YouTube channel. That's what was done by 3 other people. I'm not going to say which 3 other people, but
it's hard enough to get them to show up on Wednesdays. But when I asked them, like, hey guys, I'm going to start doing toy hunt videos, could you guys, like, are you going out and toy hunting, just take one video, one store a week. That's all I need, just so we have some variety, so it's not just me over and over again. And Nate was pretty good about it. Nate would get there. I'd get one from Jamar, maybe one a month if I was lucky. Corey did one before we took a hiatus from doing toy hunt videos, except for he didn't upload it and then deleted it and thought he uploaded it, and it just never aired. So
I do kind of miss doing those.
Well, those are coming back too. So
oh shit, I'm learning all this new stuff.
we talked about this.
We learned it all here. You guys are hearing this for the first time as me.
Talked about this the other day.
I literally laid out a roadmap of what we're going to do this year to him, Jamar, and Corey.
Again, you are under the impression that we do anything else.
Oh, I'm aware.
Show up.
I'm aware. Yeah. And even then,
we didn't know we didn't update the show notes for about a year and a half.
Oh yeah, when we did the news, I would have show notes to break down everything we were talking about. Same thing when we first started the podcast, and then I realized very quickly, none of them fucking read them. So I was just like, I'm not gonna go through the effort of typing all this out because I have to do it from memory. Because if I don't, I'm dyslexic. I'll stumble through it. So I'm not gonna do it for them if they're not gonna look.
It's like a year and a half.
That's why Ted created the Hella Hub. It kind of supposed to keep us on track, yet we still get derailed.
Yeah, well, people like the derailment, but at least the Hella Hub here brings us back, or else we'll go on a tangent for an hour.
How do we get a Hella Hub
over there? Yeah, is that
the
little thing on the side there?
Yeah, that's the Hella Hub.
Can we buy one?
The Hella Hub is it looks amazing.
Well,
it is my worst nightmare. I fucking hate it.
I can't even.
No.
As somuone who does all of the back end work for our channel, I can't.
Yeah, we know all of it. We know. We know
how much of a nightmare it has to be to work.
I've already made it abundantly clear.
Every week, so the Hella Hub's gotten easier. I got it down to an hour now, but I don't know. I'm trying to streamline it a little bit better. I mean, for the most part, I just need to change all the topics in there, but it's essentially creating 10 different images every week. And I think it's not even so much the going into Photoshop and doing it all. It's me getting there and I have a thumbnail ready and I'm just ready to get show prep done. I got to do an intro. I got to do an outro. I got to do the previously on sometimes. And then I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to talk about on this stupid show. Now I have to fucking fill up all these slots. There's one at the bottom and I've always left it. So under wrap up, it's always blank because I left myself an extra spot on the off chance that one day we might really fill this thing up. And I was like, nope, never happening. Wrap up is where we stop. That is it. I'm not adding any more. I like the little splash of purple there. It looks cute. Hella Hub it was a bitch to set up. I love it. God damn, I hate doing it all the time.
That's fair.
All the time.
I used to have to make graphics for every single toy we talked about when we did the news. So I feel it.
Yeah. I don't like doing slides either. So I don't know how toy people do it. Lawrence over at Punk with Toys, that guy goes through 68 slides every single Monday. I'm just like, no, thank you. I did a couple slideshows on here once. I said, that sucks. I'm going to do a screen share and pull up a website. And that's what y'all are getting. That's as good as it gets.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. So you guys were talking about plans for this year. So I know you have been switching it up. I fall asleep at 8:30 every night now. So I haven't been able to see you guys do only figs on Wednesday as much anymore. So how consistent are you with that? And then what are you doing for the channel? What is the rollout from the production meeting that Nate missed?
So the way Wednesdays work now for us is every other Wednesday we're live, and we're either live with only figs or we're live with the podcast. The opposite Wednesdays are pre-recorded video. It's either going to be Toyfareapy, Toy Hunt, a Let's Pose video, some of the other things that I'm working on. It's going to be something that's pre-recorded that I schedule and I can sit there and watch it and just chat with people in the comments. It doesn't require all four of us to be there.
Or that's assuming that we don't have like a guest that we're like recording something with. Plan as well is to have Mondays and maybe Fridays have like shorts that go up just because they're a little easier for me to edit together and throw up on the channel and on the other social media stuff. And it also, I feel like, helps a lot of places grow when you have like clips of your podcast. That's just the hard part, is going through and rewatching everything to find clips.
Yeah.
And then later this year, we are going to have a new show that's pre-recorded that's going to fill in that every other Wednesday slot. That's going to be, just as a little teaser, it's going to be dealing with comparing old figures to new figures.
I knew about that one.
Yes, that was in the same discussion as we're going to be doing toy hunts again.
Yeah,
No.
I remember that. If you say so.
So
Yeah.
how did Nate end up being the poster child?
So essentially, we started using his face, and then on OnlyFigs, because we used to do the podcast and OnlyFigs, I tried to like change it up, and I used me or Jamar's face, and those got less views, so it just became Nate's face all the time.
It is like the brand now. Like, so, you know, when you're learning YouTube 101, right? You're like, oh, how can I get more people watching? Like, you need a thumbnail that represents your brand. Like, Shartimus Prime was really good at that. Like, if you're just scrolling through, you're not even thinking about it. You just know that's a Shartimus Prime video. Same thing with Ninja. Ninja's very consistent with his thumbnails. So when I'm scrolling through and then there's Nate, I'm like, boom, right there. That is on brand. That is the brand now. Now you need Nate shirts. Nate, would you sell your
We
face?
tried one.
Like,
We tried one.
We had one. It was like I wish I wear it actually.
It's like a silhouette
no,
of his face
it's-
and beard.
It's the picture. I'm wearing it at PowerCon with you guys. It's like an outline of my face and then my beard, and then it says "Cool, become brave" at the bottom, because that's a reference to a knockoff Transformer that I had one time that I loved the phrasing of. So we technically did have my face on a shirt.
And we sold two, one to him and one to his dad.
Yeah. No, I didn't even buy one. My dad bought one, and a friend of mine that like I don't see that often. I thought it was really sweet that she bought one, but I was like, my dad bought one and you bought one. And then my dad just gave me it because he's like, it's your face. It's like he came down from like the proudness. He's like, I'm not gonna wear this. So he gave it to me and I wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I don't
yeah.
know if I would put my. You're braver than me. If I put my face on a thumbnail or a shirt or a mug, that would just destroy my ego so fast. I would be a sad boy.
There is not a lot that like you could do that would like bother me. Like I gave Michael some specific rules. Like I'm like, no kids, no Nazis, anything else, fair game. Like I don't care. So bring it. Whatever anybody's got.
I've turned him into Shredder, He-Man. I think I made him.
That's one of my favorites.
Ones for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the He-Man one with the actual like graduation cap on was maybe.
Oh
my
yeah,
favorite.
for the who's that Motu character one.
Yeah.
Nice. Michael, your screen has frozen, but you look incredibly happy.
You do.
So,
It's a great picture.
it is perfect, actually. So
We
you didn't get
determined
those
that
dirt
he's
face.
either doing something behind screen or he's actually
Yeah.
on vacation and he's using this as a front.
You'll never know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
He may also be getting a massage from a massage therapist.
Ooh, sexy.
mean,
it is getting sexy.
All
in
three
here
options
tonight.
require lotion, so like.
I mean, yeah. And you
Isn't
got some
it-
sexy. You got some sexy music going.
Ooh,
Oh, we
do
can turn
we
on
have
some
that the
sexy
soundboard?
music. We can turn on some sexy
Don't
music.
tell me you guys have your own music.
No.
I'm
I
gonna
just have
walk-
the same.
I mean,
First off,
technically,
first
yeah.
off, I want to hear it. Our intro music. I paid someone to make that for us.
I mean, technically,
Yeah, that's
yes,
right. I guess we
have our
do.
own music, but no,
All right.
specifically
Yeah, I guess we
stream
do
it.
too. All right.
There we go.
We are not
Turn
allowed
it
to
down.
play our music on here, as most of it's copywritten sampled songs, except for the one. There's
What
one
one?
that we could, the one that it actually made with the thing. Like everything else was sampled, was other people's music.
Yeah, every song that we play, I 100% ripped off. I am not opposed to stealing names of things like the Hella Hub. I'm not opposed to stealing music if YouTube doesn't hit me. I will steal everything.
I
In the
love
name
waking
of
up in the morning.
entertainment.
I love waking up in the morning now seeing that YouTube says, "Hey, just want to let you know we're gonna strike this video, but it's cool. It's not a copyright strike. We're just letting you know that we're gonna pay other people their song for the music that they played." Awesome,
Yeah, and the
thanks.
joke's on them. They're not going to get any money from it. So maybe one day I'll worry about it, but not today. Not today. I'm like, okay, sure, you can have the 10 cents, friend. It is fine. That is fine. Awesome. So before we move on, because I want to get your guys' expert opinion on the current state of collecting, but if there is somebody in the chat or watching now or catching this replay that has never watched your show, what would you like to say to them to get them on board?
If you like Nate's face or you like to learn how to pose action figures, check out Modern Toyfare, youtube.com/Modern Toyfare.
Perfect.
You don't have like a particular episode though?
Oh God, we have a particular episode. Give me a second. I know exactly
Because
which
I'm gonna
one
say probably the first Masters of the Universe Smasher Pass.
Oh, that's what I was
It's
gonna go
not
for.
one
I'm
of-
finding out what episode
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, it's not one of our more popular videos, unfortunately. It didn't really take off, but it's one of the most fun we had making. And I think if you know anything about toys and want to have fun, like it's a pretty good time.
So yeah.
Although
episode
I think it's
29
only you and I.
It's just me and you.
That
yes,
first
one
one.
Jamar missed.
Yeah.
The first one's just me and you.
Yeah.
Because Jamar was like, "Well,
Okay.
I don't have to be there. I'm good."
Right. He's good. He's out.
Yeah, so it's episode 21. If you go, it's actually the featured video. If you go to our channel, it is the video that automatically plays for anyone who visits. So you don't even have to go searching for it. Just go to Modern Toyfare. You will see me and Nate spend, God, I want to say, how long was it? Spend 36 minutes and 58 seconds figuring out what Masters of the Universe action figures he would smash or pass. And that is a baseline to what to expect from the podcast, just in general.
And it is not sophisticated humor.
Oh, it's not.
Let me warn
It is bottom of the barrel, but it was a great time. And like some of his answers, I'm still scarred for life from. On the flip side, if you don't want to hear people talk sexy time with toys, go watch the Let's Pose videos, because those
those
I
are
just
good
show you how to
too.
pose. And I don't pose them in naughty positions, so you're good.
Well, I'm gonna go check out that video. So I'm curious to see which ones he would smash and which ones he would pass.
It's not as obvious as you'd think.
It's not. I picked some very like clear winners and clear losers, and boy, oh boy, was I shocked.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
I think if you guys ever do something like that again, you need to put the figures up beforehand so people can place bets. And I mean, I guess technically
that's a
you
good
can
idea.
do that, but people can vote or place bets or try to predict. And then,
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I already planned on finding a way to do that live, but I may be trying to find a way to do that live.
This episode of Hella Dope Toys brought to you by Sports King. Place your bets now.
Yes,
Aaron would be on board with that.
Oh yeah, you damn right. Like, where do I sign up at? Like, what do I get for saying it?
Sportskings.net.edu.
/org.
That's the email you get from that person claiming that your nephew is locked in prison
Exactly.
in another country.
Right. I don't know, man. I mean, my nephew. I don't know. Would he be in jail in another country? I don't know.
I don't know.
Guess I'll keep an eye out for that email.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You have to
Um,
sign up for the sports book to get them free. Like, damn it, I do want to play.
What a
Like
twist! What a twist!
I'm like, is there a promo? I bet 5 and he gets free? Like, what happens?
Well, so I'm glad you guys are here because you guys are out there in the trenches every day, posing figures, doing toy hunts, going to the toy shows, buying things. You're in touch with your community. So there's a lot of fear and speculation that's been going on since January, and right now it is ramping up, mainly about tariffs and things like that. We've already seen a few companies start upping prices, specifically McFarlane. Toddy Mac has gotten in on the price raising. And then Big Bad Toy Store has also begun upping some prices, which has people freaking out. I've also seen people just selling off a bunch of stuff. Some people saying that they might even be done. So I guess, I don't know, roundtable discussion here. Current state of collecting. Aaron, I know you had some thoughts on this, but like what Michael, Nate, what are you guys kind of feeling right now with prices going up, maximum Spider-Mans, tariffs, all that fun stuff?
Honestly, if the events of the pandemic and all the BS that came with the price hikes and the package or plastic free packaging and all that didn't kill collecting, I think this is going to put it on the ropes for sure. Because seeing like NECA's price hikes that are coming for the summer, like I'm like I can't do that. They've got like figures that are going to be upwards of $50, and I'm like, well, that pushes me out. Like I can't justify $50 for what was a $35 figure less than a couple months ago. And I'm curious to see what Hasbro does. I'd be shocked if Marvel Legends don't jump up to $30. I know Todd announced that there's going to be price hikes, and I think they said something like they're going to pick and choose. They're going to try to put the heavy weight on certain things and not others. So I'm very curious, very interested to see what that means. If that means like the odd stuff, like the Fallout, the Turtles, the like non-mainline stuff is what gets the bulk of it, or if it's going to be like they put it on DC because DC will probably sell through it and they're going to lose it in a year anyway. I think this is going to end it for a lot of people, and it's going to be hard for them to bounce back because prices don't have a history of going back down once they go up.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like it. I hate it actually. I mean, let's just jump out of the toy space for just a second. I mean, look at all the other stuff that's going up. Cost of eggs $9. Cost of gas, at least here, anywhere between $3 and $3.30 a gallon. I mean, I know you West Coast is like $5+, but you get the point that's happening here. If this is the norm that we're going to start seeing, a lot of people, and I see a lot of people now, we get messages on it every so often, that are taming their collection. Like they're only going to focus on the 1 or 2 lines that really interest them. It's no longer the big collection of, I like Mythic Legions, I like Hasbro, I like this, I like that. It's going to be very to the point of what they're going to collect now, and that could hurt others in the long run, because you're not putting out $20-$25 figures. You're putting out $30, $35, $40, $50 figures. Who's got that money? Things are tight as it is already. Now you're trying to push that envelope a little further. So I hope this isn't like the new norm, but I mean, the way things are looking, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be.
I think it's interesting too, because this couldn't come at like a worse time as far as toy goes. Just looking around down here, how much more are they going to redo of our childhoods. And that's the bummer of where we're at, because all the main lines are, IPs and creations that we've been collecting for over 40 years. How many more Transformers can they re-release on top of more re-release? And the same with Turtles. They just keep doing more. And it's worrisome with G.I. Joe too, because people are more concerned about with what they're gonna what version they're gonna make, or what, which one off that year's checklist they can scratch off, from the original vintage line. And that's kind of a bummer, because there's nothing new coming out. And so now we're going to see this, not even potential, this increase in prices for our hobby at a point where I think people are starting to lose interest, not just in the idea of spending money on this stuff, but kind of just losing interest in general. And that does bum me out, because, I love toys and I've been into it, really barring a few years here and there, my entire life. And so I've watched it happen. My dad is a toy collector himself, but he collected toy soldiers, and that market is literally dying out. These guys are in their 70s and 80s. Kids didn't gravitate towards that stuff. While kids today have gravitated towards our same heroes, I don't know if, are kids going to care about vintage G.I. Joe in 10 years? I don't know. They look pretty dated, compared to what's coming out now. So just looking at that with the added financial aspect, I don't know. Like Michael said, I don't know if it's going to make it. It is definitely going to be on the ropes. And that's where I do get bummed out, because I think we're going to then see even more with the increased price, a drop in quality, less paint apps, less this, less, they've already basically been gearing us to not ask about the Build-A-Figure anymore in Marvel Legends, because they just don't happen now.
Or very rarely.
Right. And less accessories and all that stuff. And it's just, and they're going to expect, even more money for those as they drop those qualities. It's a bummer to see across the board.
Well, Nate,
not to be doom and gloom.
Let me ask you this, and this might be on a bit more of a positive note. So, you were at the Columbus Toy and Game Show here in Columbus about 2 weeks ago, and then you were just out at Xenia all weekend, and then you did a drive down to Cincinnati. Now, Aaron and I's perspective of the Columbus Toy Show was that was a good crowd. I went out there was a line all the way down. There were mobs of people coming in. That place was packed from all walks of life, from little kids to senior citizens. Just a lot of smiley, happy faces that actually made me feel good about the toy community for the first time in a long time, where I was like, oh, maybe we're not dying here. Look at all these kids. Look at all the elderly, I'm curious what your thoughts are from the crowds that you saw at the toy show, and maybe even at Xenia and wherever else you went through over the weekend.
That's actually, I'm so glad you said that. Cause actually that's another point that I made to make, and I forgot because I'm old. Columbus was very busy from my perspective, and a lot of amazing vintage stuff and older stuff, not necessarily even all the new stuff that you're used to seeing. So that was really cool. Xenia was maybe twice as busy as Columbus. It was insane, the amount of people that were there. We went into the first building, and have you ever been to that show?
Have any of you guys? We've heard about the 7 buildings, but we keep getting told we gotta go.
Yeah. It's literally, I would say the Columbus show, if you cut that building in half, that's the same size as the 2 huge buildings, and then there's an additional 5 other buildings that are smaller than that but still decent size. It's overwhelming. It's crazy, the amount of stuff that you see. There's we kind of have a checklist of stuff that we always look for, just because it's bizarre. One is the green slime game, because we once saw that in 2 different ends of one room. It's an old 70s toy. There's Archie Bunker's grandson, which is the dumbest toy ever made in history. And if you find it at a show, it's always a gold star moment. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you go in Xenia, 7 buildings. By the time you hit the 4th building, you're like, oh, look at that other amazing thing that I've never seen before right there. Huh. you're bored. Like by the time there's so much to look at, it's insane. But yeah, it was packed. So, maybe all I said earlier, I'm full of shit, or maybe there's just more of an intense concentration on, older items, because we are getting into this next generation. Like my kid is 20 now. And I know other guys my age that have kids, in that vicinity, maybe a little older, a little younger, they're getting nostalgic for some of that stuff. They were the generation that grew up on Clone Wars and, Yo Gabba Gabba and shit like that.
So I do want to piggyback on that a little bit, because I think we're right now in a point where people are, I wouldn't say panic buying, but they're trying to prepare for the worst. Because I currently work for a toy store, and like usually the first 3 months of the year, it's a lot of trying to get people in, a lot of coupons, a lot of things. We haven't run coupons since before Christmas, and every weekend it's busier and busier and busier, and more people are spending money. And I think it is a lot of people who are like, come summer, I'm not gonna be able to afford this, so I need to do it now or whatever.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I kind of lost my train of thought there for a moment, but
that happens to me all the time. You just take the other track. You just like
just derail and go on the next one.
Yeah, just like that cart thing from Temple of Doom. You just go off and go on to the next track. It's fine.
Yep.
I still believe in the. I still believe in the market. I still believe people are going to buy what they want. So I was watching the replay from Figure Fight Club. Shout out to Abby, who is or was in the chat. He had Jersey Maniac on. He was talking about how he bought 3 of the Maximum Spider-Mans. Guy bought 3 of them. That figure sold out, which surprised me because I did not believe it. And honestly, I was so sick of hearing about it and talking about it. I didn't even want to see one. I was like, get this thing away from me. But I don't know. I do think the prices are going to go up. I do think people are going to get grumpy about tariffs. I'm hoping something else in the economy balances itself out, because, Aaron's right. Things are getting way more expensive just across the board. There's peaks and valleys to everything. So I'm hoping something gives somewhere else, or I'm hoping that, and Aaron and I were talking about this a little bit. Bobby Valla was saying it. Bobby Valla said as of right now, he is not worried about getting hit yet. So he's not raising prices or anything like that right now. So part of me wonders if maybe some people are overreacting and jumping the gun, or maybe people are just going to keep doing what they're doing. That just becomes the new norm and everything just goes on about normal. Or maybe, I don't know, something else in the world kind of breaks and something goes cheaper. Maybe gas goes down and then we can afford crazier amounts of toys.
It's interesting that you bring up the Maximum Spider-Man, because that so easily could just be a test. Hasbro brings something out, puts it at $50. Let's see if these idiots will buy it. And not only did they buy it, it's sold out at every retailer ahead of time.
Yeah, but so but hold on. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, because Hasbro's never going to tell us this. How many did they create? Did you only produce 1,000? You produce 1,000. Okay, then yeah, it makes sense.
But they have underestimated, their. And that's not including Target or Walmart if they carry this or something like that. But it just shows that there is a demand. We don't know how much, but there is a demand for it. And we've shown them that we're willing to pay $50 for an action figure, whether or not it's worth it or not. We've already played our hand, and we did a terrible job.
Oh yeah, let me ask that all the time.
Well, let me ask this stupid question, because I feel like I gotta ask it, and this is no tea, no shade to what I'm about to say. But what's the difference between buying a $50 Maximum Spider-Man and spending $50 on a Mythic Legion?
A lot.
Okay, but
it depends on by which angle you're coming at, because
I'm coming from any angle.
I think Well, I mean, when you spend the same amount for a Mythic Legion, you're getting a better figure, a bigger figure, more detail, more paint apps, more everything.
More
But if
accessories,
you're,
more hands.
yeah, I mean, it's technically the superior figure, but it's also not based on anything. It's not. It's I don't want to say generic because that demeans it, but it's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. So it's like, depends, because like I know people who absolutely love Mythic Legions, and I think they're great. I don't buy them. I have no connection to them. I unfortunately am too old to. Maybe that's it, or I just am withering away in my heart, and it's growing to Grinch size. But I can't create those stories in my head anymore to be able to build this display like some people do. And maybe that's coming from jealousy because I can't do it. But so for me, I'm more willing to spend that $50 on Spider-Man, knowing I'm not getting what someone who's getting a Mythic Legion figure is getting in the box.
I mean, I think what I'm kind of getting, it's a pick your poison conversation, but at the end of the day, you're spending $50. Whether it's a superior figure with more articulation, more accessories, however way you want to splice down the $50 that you just spent, you're still spending $50. So
absolutely,
at the end of it,
you got to ask yourself, yeah. I think we were on the same.
Oh yeah.
I think the biggest thing though is like for that comparison, Mythic Legions, you don't open your package and have to wonder, is Spider-Man's webs gonna line up properly? Are his eyes gonna be painted in their eye hole? Like
no,
they don't cut those corners and give you sloppy product.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I thoroughly love my Mythic Legion stuff. I mean, if anything, the thing I like most about them is not even so much like the figure, it's the fact that I can put it right back in the packaging, like I never opened it. Like it's so easy just to put it back, opposed to anything else where it doesn't have that. But like I said, I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah, and that makes it nice for storage or whatever.
I'm curious, since we're paying $50 for Spider-Man, how much is that Hulk maximum?
Right. That'll be $100.
At least I don't know. I'll be generous and say 75. I'll be generous.
I was thinking 80,000 for it.
You got to figure that if they're just starting out with Maximum Spider-Man, and then they said they didn't announce they're going to do Hulk. They're going to end up doing a Venom, probably a Carnage.
They'll do Wolverine, they'll do Captain America, they'll do Iron Man.
Right.
And as much as I hate it, if they give ultimate versions of these characters with multiple hands, heads, and accessories, as long as they don't turn out like shit, I ordered the Spider-Man just to see how it turns out.
My fear there is, do you guys remember, or were you collecting it all? But when Black Series launched, like look at that first Darth Maul that came with like the extra like torso thing and like the extra hands and all the weapons attachments, and Han Solo came with an extra belt and different guns and all in different hands, and then we maybe got a lightsaber after that. Like it.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we don't see this $50 price point and the box gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and we get less and less accessories.
That's funny. That's the funny thing, because like I was talking to Ted, because we ship a lot of stuff, and I'm like, Ted, like we normally ship like most of the G.I. Joe classifieds in like a 12 by 9 by 4, and it fits pretty comfortably. Now they changed all of the G.I. Joe packaging. It's smaller. I'm like, hell, I could fit this in a 10 by 8 by 4. I could fit 2 of them in there. Like, so the packaging is getting smaller, and obviously, I mean, G.I. Joe, they have their own special packaging where you got to have a gun or an extra set of hands or whatever. Like you're gonna get that, but they found a way to still give you that in a smaller package. So I mean, I don't know. I don't fear the smaller packaging piece in the sense that
you shouldn't.
That if it's easier to to ship or for weight purposes, but like I said, I think you were kind of pointing the point there. Like if you're losing the things inside, like Wolverine, you can't have a Wolverine without an extra set of hands. Like either the extended claws, retracted claws, something that is Wolverine. If you don't have that, you don't have a Wolverine. You just have this guy
Right.
in a costume that looks like Wolverine. So
Which I'm sure we'll see.
hopefully-
I have a feeling Wolverine's gonna be the third figure in the series after Hulk.
I think so.
oh yeah, I would have no doubt.
Question
I mean,
is it
the-
Tiger
the
Stripe?
only-
or-
I mean, the only way you don't do Wolverine next is that you go with the obvious of Captain America, and then you say Wolverine.
Yeah.
I see. I
can't-
can't imagine him doing
appreciate
Captain America because while he's like he was popular when the movies were out. I feel like those anniversary figures just warmed shelves everywhere I went.
Yeah. I mean, unless you go more, I don't even know. I don't even know if you would go. Would you go more comic accurate then? Like something that really kind of puts that, like a reason to, excuse me, the reason to have it. Like, you know, like you're not like Chris Evans isn't playing Captain America anymore, so
Mhm.
having a movie accurate version isn't going to work. You know, having Anthony Mackie, they've just did that with this recent movie release. So I think you got to go something more classic, either classic comic book, classic cartoon. Like something's they got to do if they're going to do it.
If you're gonna charge $50, it has to be like the be all end all version. Like that has to be the Captain America that you have to have in your collection. It can't just be
With multiple shields, multiple head looks.
Yeah, you're
all
not-
that.
I
you
wouldn't
can't
be a-
just do this whole.
I
like,
wouldn't be
oh,
opposed to them doing like the original classic with the like you know the regular shield, not the one that Dad
See,
did.
I don't see them
Yeah.
doing that.
Well, but here's the thing. You give them both shields, but then you give them like a damaged shield. You give them like a head sculpt with like half the mask ripped off. Like, give them something. If you're gonna make me spend $50, I'm not gonna buy it. It looked nice, but if you're gonna put $50-$60 on an ultimate or not an ultimate, a maximum Captain America, I think that's the move. You gotta
I don't
put
think
a
we're
little
gonna get
something
much
extra in
tooling in
there.
these. Like
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
you
already are
they
playing
gotta
a
hook
tool-
you, and
They're
they can
gonna-
remake more, so you can.
Yeah, like
They gotta
I think
they gotta
we're
hook you with
already
the
getting new
look, not-
articulation.
It's going to be the look that they're going to hook you with. And they're not going to
Yeah.
even mess around with the articulation here.
Oh, I think that's what's going to be the selling point. Is I think they're going to give these new bodies so that way you feel like you're getting more, but then everything else in the package is just going to be reused. Because think about the Spider-Man, you get 3 heads: the Peter Parker head, and the 2 heads that are like slightly different from each other.
Mm.
Like you aren't getting
But all those
anything, like,
effects are
you aren't
pretty
getting-
damn cool, though.
yeah, but I feel like a portion of them we've gotten before. And the
Probably a
hands are all
portion.
wash, rinse, repeat, and we still aren't getting all the Spider-Man hands that they've made. You aren't
Right.
getting the like half rolled up face one, which I'm pretty sure they've done before. Definitely not getting any battle damage. So I don't think we're getting new sculpts. I think they're just going to give us new bodies to be like, look at all the new cool articulation. They have butterfly joints, and they have the little rotating chest bits, and they have toe joints,
Right.
and get us that way. And then when push comes to shove, everything else is going to be shit that they've done before.
Yeah. Northern Nomad says the Secret Wars cap should have come with a full shield.
Yes.
Yes.
I was shocked that it didn't, honestly.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I think Ted, you had that over at your house. Like I actually liked the way the figure looked.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like,
It's great.
But how do you have a Captain America without a shield?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's the yin and the yang to the whole thing. You gotta have both.
Yeah, see, it's got.
Especially because they gave him a
It looks
smiling
cool. Yeah, he's not smiling here.
face. No,
He's
I'm
pissed.
saying, but his other face is a smiling face. So
Yeah.
it's like he's smiling, but he's not gonna have a shield while he's smiling.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. I actually like the way it looks a lot. But I guess maybe they're just assuming you have another shield somewhere. But I don't know that we have one that's this big unless it was that anniversary edition. So-
And even then, the anniversary edition has holes in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right because you got to put the stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we'll go around here. What are your guys' final thoughts on state of collecting right now? Michael, we'll start with you. Some closing thoughts here.
It's going to be an interesting year to see how it all turns out, because I think it's going to be make or break for a lot of these companies, especially the smaller ones that aren't Hasbro and Mattel, that have other things to fall back on. And I think we're gonna see a lot of people nope out.
Nate, what about you? Final thoughts on this?
I think we're going to see less. I think we're going to see less product. I think we're going to see less quality, less paint apps, less cheap prices. But to stick it out, I guess. Pick your favorite line, even if you got to go. Don't give up. I'd hate to see people give up. It's a fun hobby. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do
Aaron,
I know?
what about you?
I mean, I'm just kind of agree with the rest of them. I mean, but I mean, less is more now. You know, I think Hasbro's game plan for 2025, 2026 is not to put out as much, because obviously everything was going to Ollie's dirt cheap, and obviously they're trying not to lose money. But I think now, I think we're going to get the test here coming up soon with the new phase of the MCU. How will these movies do? Are the movies going to translate to good figures being made? Will the success walk hand in hand? And if the answer is yes, I don't think we're going to be in a very dark place in the collecting world. I just think it's going to be a lot of people looking at themselves in the mirror saying, hey, do I really want this? Is this what I like? Like Ted, you've said almost every show that we talked about Spider-Man. Like that Pizza Spider-Man is probably the best Spider-Man in your collection. Why redo it? Like if you have a definitive fill in the blank,
It's this guy right here.
I mean, you're not gonna, unless you're a Spider-Man collector or you love collecting all the Star Wars stuff. Buy it because you want to buy it. Don't buy it because it's there.
And especially don't buy it because you feel you need to. Because I've been in that position, and that's what'll ruin it quicker than anything.
Unless it's on HelloDopeToys.com, then you can buy it from there.
Yeah, correct.
Buy it all.
Then buy
it all. Well, I'm trying to remain, I think, hopefully optimistic for the whole thing. Todd upping prices. Well, he hasn't done that yet. And he was still one of the cheaper ones. So it's not like he's going from $20 to $30, $35. He was going to do it at some point anyway. I think he just found a good window to do it. I'm hoping to see one of these other smaller companies step up. If what Bobby Vallis said holds true and he doesn't have to raise prices, I would like to see some of the other companies come through on that as well. We haven't heard anything yet from Four Horsemen raising prices, and they're already pretty high prices as it is.
Well, I mean, Bobby Vallis he's the only one who's gone. Well, I don't want to say he's the only one. He's come down on his initial pricing. Mm-hmm. The Four Horsemen has kind of met all the retail partners in the middle. So I guess if you want to say bringing prices down, they've allowed us, starting with this upcoming wave, to be more closer to their show prices. Mm-hmm. So that takes away why would I buy it from here when I could just go to a con and where they're going to be at and buy it? So those are probably the two currently that has kind of met we'll reduce our pricing sorta to help the common collector. Is Hasbro going to do it? No, you might as well forget that right now. They're not going to do it.
I'm hoping right now everything's an overreaction and the dust will kind of settle and things will go back to normal. It is concerning, but like I said, until especially from our vendors, we start hearing, hey, these are going up, then I'm going to be more worried. But right now I'm just very wait and see. And kind of hope it just stays the course. But Aaron, we have a fuck ton of stuff in the chat. I really gotta organize these chat breaks better. Holy crap. That was a long session without a chat break, and they went buck wild in there. So we'll try to push through some of these, but we can save some for the last one as well, if that's easier.
Got it. Hold on. We'll start with the Titan. This is back from the lightning round. From masseuse to midgets, you're fully engorged guests. The show is the full Diddy show.
Oh my.
All Diddy. All Diddy, all day.
Whew. This took a turn.
Ed let us know that it was episode 21, the episode before PowerCon, for the Blue Champagne.
No way.
That would make sense because didn't we celebrate 500? Or was that
No. What were we celebrating?
We were celebrating something. Something happened.
We were celebrating something. I think. I don't remember. We were celebrating something, but I thought that was in April.
Yeah,
but I might be wrong because we had the quest for PowerCon leading up to PowerCon.
I mean, it's been fact checked.
Okay.
The archives.
I won't fight the archivist.
Miss Stacy Hutch says it's spicy in here. I guess the young one is awake. Sorry.
I think she was calling us children.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're still not sorry.
No, not sorry. I'll never be sorry.
But she did gift one brand new Hello Dope membership to the one and only Matthew Matson. So he is now
that's awesome.
Love it.
Congratulations on that gifted membership. We will do something eventually with that. We'll see what it is though. All the way over on Facebook, we have Polar Nights. As always, I love this show. It is every stage of beard growth.
Yeah.
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 It really is.
Just line us up.
Yep.
Damn. All right.
Well, you just point at which one you want the barber to replicate.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I just trimmed mine today. It was too homeless man looking, so I had to let it go.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying I can't pull it off, you know? Mine just kind of curls and just it goes wild. It doesn't look manly. It makes me look dirty.
My favorite is when
Dirty
Nate's
boy.
gets so long that you can't see his mouth, like his lips or anything.
Yeah,
and he just looks like a Muppet.
Which is not the ultimate goal. So
you gotta give him that the South Park Canadian like look where like
right, exactly.
Okay, where are you going here, guy? Northern Nomad. There are way less YouTubers doing figure reviews and toy store hunts.
You know what? That's a good point.
It's funny because me and Ted were talking
Money.
the other day, like things that we should just do. The post up on the old YouTube for the algorithm purposes. And everyone talks about like, oh, my Ollie's has this and my Ollie's has that, or my Target has these. Well, I'm going to show you how much my Target Ollie has nothing. It has the same crap from 6 months ago. Maybe something new popped up. But
Well, that's why they don't do it anymore, man. Unless you're Art G and you just freaking have everything everywhere.
Art G, I swear. Great hair and great stores.
Mm-hmm.
So jealous.
Total
So jealous.
package.
Haltha Basher had asked, are you guys getting more Necronomicuses? What specifically are you looking for if you are still hanging around? Because I think we still have a good amount of things except for I think we're down to the last Sir Elijah. Bishop is sold out. I think that's it. I think that's the only two that are like sold out.
Yeah, it's not a lot sold out, but we are running down. But the problem with Four Horsemen stuff is we place our initial order and that's it. We see it 2 years later, so there's not a lot of going back to them and asking for more.
I mean, there's some rare occurrences that
every now and then, every now and then they'll email us, but
what kind of employment opportunities does someone named Necronomicus have? Like that seems very limited. Like you're not going to go into Chili's and the guy's going to be like, my name is Necronomicus. We got, fajita egg rolls on special. Like that's not going to work.
Have you been to Chili's lately? Because I can totally see that.
I have been to Chili's. I rediscovered Chili's lately.
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate.
Now I just want to go to Chili's and like, hey, what's your name? Like, oh, that's not
like your real name.
Yeah. Not that name you use. I want to know the real given name.
Yeah,
Is your name,
I want your
Necronomicon?
username on the
Yeah.
forums and the vlogs.
No, actually, no. I take that back. We're only sold out of Torpiculi and Bishop. Everything else we still have. So,
Nice.
Paul the Bachelor, I hope that answers your question. If there's something that you're looking for, you can reach out to us through either Instagram or email. I can answer that question for you. I mean, if there's things that they have and I can still get it, I will try to, because they're moving quite well right now.
Yeah, love it. Best moving 4 horseman wave I think we've ever had.
Until that bear comes out.
Till the bear comes out.
Can't wait for that bear. TC says, looks good. Like how the chat doesn't cover screens. Good job.
Talking about the Hella Hub. Love the Hella Hub.
Well, I mean, you have like on Twitch and like how people have their I used to do it. I used to do it on mine where I would have my chat on screen. Because before I had my multiple monitors, like that's the only way that I could see what people are saying is to have it right there in front of me on the screen. So it is quite annoying and it's very distracting, but it was my channel. I do what the hell I want. So Trust the Screamer says, I usually string a figure action at afternoon. Reactions though, I research like a mother.
And also he did break down and he did send me a picture of sexy time with the wife on the couch while watching the Hella Dope show. No Saratoga this time, but probably because that guy on Twitter made it impossible to get. So.
Dude, I also thank you.
Like sexy photos during our live streams.
Yeah, I'm realizing that, like, what's the point? Like, we don't even have a show.
Well, we'll send you some now on Wednesdays, so you feel special.
Okay.
All
Nate
right.
does nothing for the show and wants it all. God damn it! He wants it all.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
I'm the face. Okay.
I have the most demanding freeloaders as co-hosts.
And yet I get it. That's the problem. I get what I want, and I don't learn a lesson.
Exactly. Need that goddamn thumbnail.
People are here to see me, damn it.
We have Twitch bargaining power.
We have the Briscoe joining us this evening. How's it going, man?
Briscoe, I hope that package landed to you in Canada. I haven't checked the tracking of it. I just let that thing fly. So I assume by now it made it, and I hope it made it safely. So you didn't email me and yell at me, so I assume it's there, and I assume it's safe.
Good. Kenzo's Creations, happy Sunday. Trust the Screamer says Ted Shill's music.
Oh no, he was talking when we were talking about the music that we had.
I know.
Yeah,
I
was
know.
talking about the Shill music. Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
He knows. Aaron knows. It's fine.
Dave's Dimensions, how's it going? Good to see you. Figure Fight Club is in the house. What's up? How's it going? And Crown Fox Productions are rating you guys from Legend Series. Congrats on the win, Dark Claw.
Oh yeah, so all of Legend Series channel members got turned into 2K25 wrestlers, which I thought was interesting because he mimicked the way he made mine is pretty spot on to how I've always made my guy in 2K. So I guess I want to match. I tuned into the live stream earlier, but then I had to come do this, so I'll go catch the replay and yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm gonna bring my my briefcase. I'm gonna cash in. I'm going to end up beating you and become the new whatever.
Oh, I guess you better go become a Legend Series channel member.
Oh no, I'm just going to physically come to your house.
Oh,
okay, that's
beat you for briefcase.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah, that's what I do. Speaking of Legend Series, he is also here with us. Good to see you, man. Northern Nomad says, I'm simply collecting what I like and what I can afford, old and new figures.
Yep, as it should be.
Good. We got Thor with us. Hey guys, I'm not done with collecting. Just more choosy, and if I need to be cutting back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I think
You got a
that's
smart
funny.
audience. We don't have that either.
Whoa. Let's not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Offend our
I'm kidding.
viewership.
I see some familiar names in the chat, so I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm your audience, guy.
Yeah.
Nate's like, bunch of idiots watch us. And I'm like, oh,
Bunch
that's
of
me.
morons.
Yeah, these morons watch our videos, then ask us to come and hang out with them.
Damn it.
To be fair,
Joke's on them.
it's more morons in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's me and Ted.
I'm
Northern Nomad also adds prices won't go back down because once consumers buy figures at the inflated prices, the manufacturers and distributors assume everyone's going to pay them, which is usually pretty true.
Yeah.
Lunchbox Killer, what's good? Happy Sunday, fun day. That's a good
Hello.
one. Trust the Screamer, you gotta catch them all. Buying is going to stop. Much more cherry picking. Maybe. Like I said, you're gonna get those who's gonna buy what you're gonna get people who are gonna buy it because they're gonna buy it. You got others that are just gonna they're gonna get what they're gonna pick which one they want.
I also think that Marvel might lose a little bit on that because there's less incentive to buy the whole wave if there's not Build-A-Figures in them. So
Mhm.
right there, I can see
deep cuts.
yeah,
but this is gonna turn
less
into that.
choosiness.
It's gonna turn into that. People are gonna buy the popular ones. The peg warmers going to be the ones that's going to sit, and then 6-9 months down the road, those are going to be the ones that are like dumb expensive because it's what
Nobody
it's
bought
what
them.
you're looking for now. Yeah, it's
No, it all repeats. It's all the same.
Thor says, I agree. If you, the collector, show these companies if you're willing to spend $50 plus more on one action figure, the company feels why they should lower prices. It's never gonna happen. I mean, you could you want to make a point to these manufacturers and like these people that stop buying. Just don't buy it.
I have to mildly disagree with that because look at the year 2023. That was a rough year for Hasbro. Most of their stuff ended up at Ollie's and Ross.
Well, that's because they overproduced.
They didn't do shit.
When you overproduce, that's the result. That's why they cut back on a lot of the stuff they were producing in 2024 and this year. They learned that they are dumb and they created, 16. What's that? That Disney Plus wave.
Yeah, that Disney Plus wave really got us fired up.
I was so glad when I got rid of that last one. But
you look at the one where you had to buy all the white people to get Falcon's wings.
No, that was from that was no. The Secret Invasion wave that I just bought one of those at Ollie's. I bought
for a couple years ago with the first Disney Plus wave where Captain America's wings had to be every other white person in the line you had to buy to get Black Captain America's wings. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Hasbro, read the room.
No, it was a secret. I think was it the Secret Invasion one? I don't.
Yeah, it was the one with Gamora and Kingpin and
yeah.
That
Talos has to be the most boring action figure in history. It's got to be good for customizers though, because it's just some dude in like a jacket.
Yeah, it's that one, and then what was the other one? The one that we dubbed Not Top Noon. The name sitting right there on top of my.
The
Mafia
from the Hawkeye show, the Tracksuit Mafia guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just one.
That was one of the smartest things they've ever done.
You just customize the heck out of it, and you'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that Disney Plus wave was the smack in the face that Hasbro needed to a point that they overproduced that wave, and it sat. And they put down
and just kind of overestimated our need for MCU in that capacity. Like we didn't need those characters necessarily. Like we didn't need the human Talos guy in his jacket and that Nick Fury. I'd rather have had a different Nick Fury than that one.
I was actually okay with the Nick Fury. It wasn't the worst one they've done, but it was okay.
Isn't that the one with the trench coat? Hindered all the articulation, and he just I mean, I don't know how much articulation you need for Nick Fury, MCU Nick Fury, who most of the time just is standing around anyway, but people like to pose their figures just long trench coat, and then he's got it's like homeless Nick Fury, right? He had the
Mhm.
hood and the trench
Yeah,
coat.
he had that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It did what it needed to do, and that's fine. I'll break here to see these last ones for the last chat break, sir.
Okay, cool. Well, we are over on time, so I'm gonna we'll keep this a little bit short, but I had to hit WendyCon. All right. So for anybody who did not watch Aaron and I appear on the Modern Toyfare channel for Toyfareapy, which is a fun name, by the way, we said screw PowerCon, which was just this past weekend. And you know who wasn't saying PowerCon at all? Everybody at PowerCon. I did not hear a lick of the word PowerCon. We decided we're forming our own con. WendyCon, behind the dumpster at a Wendy's, coming to you soon. And you know, we saw Nate 2 weeks ago. Michael, I don't know where you and the squad were, bro, but we could have
Not
gone
invited.
and found a location. We could have found.
You couldn't go on your own.
It's
He
funny.
didn't know where the Cardinal was.
It's funny because there's a
That's
Wendy's
right.
commercial
It was under
right now.
construction.
Oh, WendyCon, the PowerCon, but with
I'm down.
cocaine and hookers.
I'll be there.
We're gonna do it.
And Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
some Wendy's, and you know, we'll have a little table and some toys.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
No, it's good. It's going to be the new hottest toy show, WendyCon. And look, you know, we have our friends now, Aaron, at the Western Ohio Toy Show. So all we got to do is reach out to Lance and Landon. They will find us an alley, and they'll do all the heavy lifting for us.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, those dumpsters
That's-
are pretty heavy, so that's good.
Yeah.
That'd
It
be
is
fun.
the move, and I'm
I gotta make
really
those up on
excited
the
about it.
booth.
I'm not gonna lie.
man.
When you played that intro video and you had the WendyCon bit in there, I popped. That was that was fun time.
Yes, Mr. Wonderful, you cannot have a toy con without a poop line.
Side note about Columbus Toy Show, because we never did a recap of this, Aaron. There was not as much of a poop line. There was always somebody in there pooping, but this time there was no line. I was quite surprised. For as busy as it was,
Yeah,
there was not a poop line.
yeah, I got it.
Were any of the food vendors different? Maybe they had someone who was feeding some bad stuff to people last
No.
time.
Nope,
It's-
just
it's Schmitz.
giant greasy hot dogs.
that Bahama
Well, those
Mama?
do slide right out, so yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Got 'em. Slip it in, slide it out. Oh Lord.
Well,
Just like the Wendy's chili at WendyCon.
we're gonna keep building on WendyCon, and
Yes.
we'll come back to that. Like I said, we are over. So we're gonna finish up this chat, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's
Wrap it up.
finish off this chat.
All right. Cutthroat Comics says, do more female Marvel characters. I mean, I feel like they do a good amount in comparison to DC, though.
I think
Well,
they
because Todd doesn't believe that girl figures sell.
And yet, what's been
until
the best
Power Girl-
selling?
Power Girl
Yeah.
sold the hell out.
Dude, it's crazy.
Like, I went to place my order, and as soon as I hit on submit, it's like, you thought you wanted this. I hate to tell you, it's gone now, and you're not gonna get it. I was very disappointed because we were hyping
Do
it
you
up.
need one?
Maybe. Yeah.
I might be able to get you one.
Well, we'll talk. We'll have our people
Well,
call your people.
okay.
We'll do lunch.
And there was that Marvel Legends female figure, the one that looked like Wonder Woman. I can't think of her name now.
Oh yeah.
That one freaking flew, and everybody was like, "Oh, I need that! I need that! Do you have that?" And we were like, "No, that thing is gone, and now it's worth like $100 or something stupid." So
Damn.
I don't know. I think they do good with the female figures. You know, I always welcome more, but also some of them have been trash, like the first Gamora that build a figure of Mantis.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that figure sucked. It still
Yeah.
falls apart on me to this day.
Yeah.
And then all the ones that can't stand because they have stupid high heels on or something like that. So there's room for improvement. I would like to see them do it better, but yeah, female figures, more of them.
Only if I had some Hexastack stands to put them on.
Me
One
too.
day. One day. Speaking of, where'd it go? Mr. Wonderful using his member chat for 6 months. Thank you, good sir. Oh wait, you didn't know.
Didn't know what?
Do I need to call somebody?
Yeah, we didn't know.
Guess I didn't. Justin
know.
Booth also using his member chat for 5 months. Saying good evening, Justin. How you doing?
Good evening, Justin.
Briscoe said he got the package. It's all good. Only 2 died on the way. I was gonna get back to you earlier, but I've been stupid with the flu.
Well, hopefully they did not die that bad because I could only wrap 2 of them. So, I hope they're all right.
Where we at? Kind of answer all these big ones here. The Titan says some companies look for any excuse to raise prices. That $50 price point for minimal Spider-Man was decided a while ago.
I see what they did there.
Yes, as did I. Well played.
We love wordplay over at Modern Toyfare.
Trust Screamer says the best part of Mythics is you buy what you like, no compulsions to get them all.
That's true. That's what I do.
Unless it's a wave that you have to have, like this Necronomicus wave that really every figure is pretty much a banger.
It is. I'm so mad that I didn't get the Harvester guy. So
You mean the one that's sitting in your house right now?
no, I don't have one. Do I?
Yeah. No, you have the whole box. You have what's left. So
Do I?
Yes, you.
I don't have the Harvester. That's the one you brought me yesterday or the day before.
Oh, is that the skeleton one?
The skeleton guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I have that one.
Yeah. You have that one.
I
Yeah.
know.
So confusing how we're doing
It
this.
is.
We're doing this in a really dumb way.
Well, that's only because I
still-
couldn't fit 2 boxes in my car.
It's fine. I still haven't even set up the warehouse, dude. Like everything is still not down
Mine's
here.
kind of half put together. Like it's
God, I might as well just leave it until the fucking August show at this point.
pretty much.
God.
What else we got? Thor says, even going to your local Comic-Con, tickets are expensive. And let's not forget the vendors that charge out the butt. So here's our take. Yes, tickets are going to be expensive. I mean, really, the Columbus Toy Show is not that expensive, like in comparison. But we made a decision when we did the first show that we're not going to put our prices at anything other than what retail is. We could raise the price to like offset the cost of the tables and blah 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 blah. But why? Why don't I just sell you a figure at retail price and be happy?
Mm-hmm.
And we've done this now. What? This is the 4th show we've done.
Yeah, for the Columbus Toy Show, yeah, that's the 4th, and we always do exceptionally well. Like, I mean, we just broke a sales record on the last one.
Nice.
A sales record, a transaction record.
Yeah,
it was a big show.
Because I got this.
It is. You're the one that set it over the limit.
And I got this.
Oh, that's rare.
that is a rare one. John Cena Action figure.
Oh God.
I hope we didn't charge you retail for that one. Let's see here. Everything else, I think they're just talking about Toylanta, Trust Screamer. Yes or no, is Hella Dope Crew coming to Legions Con? As fans.
I would like to. I don't think it's in the cards at least this year. Although I hate not being there, because like at PowerCon, I was just so eager to rub it in everybody's faces. I'm like, look where I'm at, and I could just walk around here while it's open and closed. Fuck all y'all. And now everyone's at Legions Con, and I'm like, oh, you dirty bitches! Look at how much fun they're having. I'm like, I want to have fun too.
Yeah,
I want to meet Yo Joe Jerk and the rest of the gang. I want to see Rocco in his ridiculous outfit, you know?
Yeah, get some iced coffees.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
oh,
coffees. Some iced coffees.
Iced coffees. Iced coffees.
Yeah.
Do we still have that song, Aaron?
Probably. You're the one
Yeah,
that
we do.
all that stuff in there.
Yeah, we do. All right, Aaron, carry on.
The Titan says, Toylanta was fun. Could have been hella dope. Toylanta, though, just saying. One day we'll get there. Cooters says, you don't gotta do it behind the dumpster. There's plenty of room in front. No, we've determined that the dumpster is the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is going to be the must go to destination. Like we will have a nationwide WendyCon.
Yeah, the front of the dumpster is more expensive, so that's why we go into the back.
That's where you hang your 8x10 sign to let everyone know where to come.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're back here.
Everyone's gonna need to know where to come.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Anytime. Let's see here what else. Northern Nomad says the next impact from tariff should hit later this week. Yeah, whatever. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, whatever. Listen,
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll do what we do. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it. All right. So that means, friends, it is time to wrap it up. Michael, what would you like to promote?
Oh man, head over to youtube.com/Modern Toyfare. This past week we put up the Let's Pose for the Marvel Legends Astonishing Wolverine, so that's up. Every Wednesday you'll have either a pre-recorded video like that or Toyfareapy, where you can even go back and watch the Toyfareapy with these two wonderful gentlemen.
What you should do.
Or we will have the live stream, which will either be our podcast where we choose a topic and talk about it for usually about an hour, or our OnlyFigs live stream where we go through our weekly purchases and chit chat with everybody who shows up and just kind of hang out. You can also check us out Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, Facebook. All of that is all at Modern Toyfare. Yeah, I think that's everything I've got.
Nate, what would
I
you
just
like
want
to
to
promote?
say, yeah, I just want to talk about, if you've watched any of our shows, you know about Toytography magazine. You know we love toy photography. If you get the magazine as you're a Modern Toyfare watcher, you already have your 6-month subscription in. You've already got your camera set up. You got your lights. You've got all the tips from Michael on Photoshop. You're only missing one thing, and that's toys. Where do you get them? Hella Dope Toys. That's where.
Stop it. You can make me jealous.
Love it. Aaron, what would you like?
Anything I would have said would have been what Michael says, so I'm good.
Come back to me. I'm trying to find something real quick.
Okay.
Go show your stuff for a minute.
Oh
I was playing wrap-up music.
It's not even midnight yet.
All right, hold on. Let me show my shit.
It doesn't say Hang Dong on the Hella Hub.
All right, guys. So, no official guests booked currently. However, we are waiting for Odd Frog to get back to us because we're doing a show about the Bandito. It is time to get them on. It is time to talk about that car. So we're going to have a gang from Odd Frog. I don't know who yet. They're coming on. We're gonna talk about this damn Bandito. Mystery guest coming as soon as I reach out to them and they actually confirm. So that's a thing as well. Aaron, we're taking 420 off, and not for the reasons that you guys think. We're taking it off, Aaron, because that is WrestleMania weekend, and we do not work on WrestleMania night. Okay,
that'll be an
that is our Super Bowl. Outside of that, go to helladopetoys.com and fucking buy something so we can stay in business. You will notice we have not raised our prices for anything, unlike those other websites that might be bigger and or badder. We don't know that. Price is still the same. And we ship in 1 business day, okay? 1 business day. And we pack it nicely. So it's not like Amazon's just going to chuck your box and all your shit's broken. No, we pack to prepare for that. I like our
it's
boxes
Travis.
getting straight. Yeah, fuck Travis. It's fine.
Just throw his shit.
And apparently Briscoe too, because I apparently did a terrible job of packing that. But that's okay. Outside of that, we pack to stress test. Now, Aaron, what the hell would you like to promote?
So I didn't get all the things that I wanted to get done this weekend done. Obviously, just busy in the shit. But I did get something done. Right now on HellDopeToys.com, if you go to the merch store, you can be a proud owner of this, the official Black Knight mug. You can put your still reserve in there. You can put your still reserve in there. You can put your coffee, your tea, your blue champagne. We'll add more things throughout the week. I wanted to get that up right away. So if you need a new mug or just want something cool to show around, get your very own Black Knight logo mug right there. HelloDopeToys.com for the low price of $9.99.
Ooh, that is a good price. All right. Is that it, Aaron?
That's it.
Okay. Do you want to stop sharing your screen? Cool. We lost Nate for a second. Oh, I got to fix this now. Damn it.
Everything's so big.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go. We fixed it. The StreamYard is still a little tricky. All right. That's enough music. Michael, Nate, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Go check out
Thank
Modern
you for having
Toyfare.
us.
Yes, thank you for having
And
us.
we are going to see you all next week. Love you all.
I'll probably still be here.
Lights turn off. Nate's still sitting here.
Yep.
Hello.
Just waiting for everyone to come back.
I brought up my web browser and it came up with StreamYard and I was in somebody else's room. So whoever we last used
Oh
StreamYard
God, you
with-
were in Dave's room from like 2 years ago.
Yes, I think so. That was still there.
Yeah, because you didn't come with me and Corey to Dave's last stream. So yeah, that was
Yeah. I'll still be
sitting in
here.
someone's green room, like, hey, we starting the show
Still
yet?
waiting. He's still waiting. I'm deleting this room when we're done. All right. I love you all. Go check out Modern Toyfare. See you all next week.